him by 10.
The fan favorites know how to put on a show, with John Daly out driving Tiger by nearly 15 yards.
Call him Long John, the Lion, or even Wild Thing. There's no doubt that John Daly was always going to stand out every time he made a swing on the golf course. Unfortunately, his achievements were masked by his popularity for all the wrong reasons. A great golfer, but a wild man. John is one of the greatest to ever play the game despite his gambling and marital troubles. How is he so unlucky with love? What led to a downward spiral in his career? Stick around as we take a look into the life and tribulations of John Daly. Don't forget, subscribe to this channel to get notifications on new video drops. It's difficult to talk about John's illustrious career without mentioning his struggles with alcohol, gambling, drugs, and misconduct. However, his significant wins since he turned professional in 1987 were enough to place his name in the book of golfing legends. At first, John featured mostly in minor events, which wasn't shocking as he was largely inexperienced. Luckily, his efforts paid off when he won the Missouri Open in South Africa for his first professional win. Playing well against experienced players was a major confidence booster, and more than enough for him to win his first ever PGA championship in 1991. He wasn't even meant to play in this tournament, being a ninth alternate. However, fate had other plans for him, and Nick Price had to withdraw from the event as his wife had went into labor. So John spent the entire night on the road and made it just in time to claim his spot in his third ever major. It was a small price to pay for another shot at fame. No pun intended. Strangely enough, John hadn't even practiced, but you couldn't tell with how he stepped up to the occasion. This virtually unknown rookie strolled to the top with a 3-stroke victory over Bruce Litsky, and the Lion became a household name. However, another piece of news made the rounds almost more than his victory at the time. Maybe it was out of euphoria or a sense of responsibility, but John gave out. $30,000 at the event. A man had died at the tournament due to an unfortunate lightning strike, and this professional golfer decided to give this huge amount of money to the family to pay off the college expenses of his 2 daughters. The question is, was he really in the right financial position to be that generous with his money? Sure, the prize money was about $230,000, and $30,000 out of this doesn't sound like a lot. However, John was not a wealthy man yet by any stretch of the imagination. This was only a glimpse into his inability to manage his money properly. Still, this unexpected win got massive media attention, instantly propelling this rookie into international fame. This was the first time a rookie would ever win a major title since Jerry Pate did it in 1976 at the US Open. So you can understand why this was such a big deal. He got a well-deserved PGA Tour Rookie of the Year award in 1991. And it seemed like there was nowhere else left for John to go but up. Everyone loved him. He had started to build a cult-like following from loyal fans, effectively making him one of the most popular players on tour. 1992 was off to a fantastic start with several top 10 finishes, but things began to unravel as people began to get a glimpse of his character outside golf. In 1993, John didn't win a single PGA Tour event, and this was quite unexpected. Going a year without any wins while struggling with drinking problems and a lavish lifestyle took its toll on Long John. Unfortunately, he wasn't great at hiding his frustrations at not having any top 10s to his name. Of course, his game suffered more because of this, and eventually he flipped out publicly. He walked off the golf course mid-round and made matters worse by throwing his scorecard at the team tent containing the officials. Of course, this was a major case of misconduct, and with the world watching, they had to make a scapegoat out of John. So the Lion was suspended by the PGA Tour as punishment, and he was pretty loud about his claims that most pro golfers were using cocaine. Eventually, he admitted that his alcohol addiction was taking a toll on him, and John checked into rehab in 1994. The golfer felt that 3 weeks was enough in return, feeling like a new man. Well, to win the 1994 Bell South Classic, making it his third PGA Tour title, as this was a breath of fresh air after all the heavy drama surrounding his life. Plus, this was his first win where he was completely sober. which was quite an achievement for the legend. A year later, John unexpectedly won his second major, the Open Championship, but wasn't lucky enough to be selected by Ryder Club. Surprisingly, he's the only golfer to not get picked despite being a two-time major winner. Between 1996 and 2000, this experienced golfer exhibited extreme attitudes that either had him kicked out of events or forced to withdraw, which happened at the 1997 Players' Championship. Meanwhile, he kept getting sent to rehab. In John's typical, unexpected fashion, the world watched in 1998 as he recorded the highest score on a single hole in PGA Tour history, while he finished that year in the top 10. The contrast was the next year when he was once again in the news for his alcohol addiction, gambling habits, and controversial statements with a little balance. In 2001, John won the BMW International Open, making it his first European Tour victory in a whopping 6 years. In 2002, he made it into the Arkansas Golf Hall of Fame. 2003 was another year, where he was included in the Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2004 video game. And thanks to a remarkable comeback in 2004, he won the Comeback Player of the Year, making it to number 4 on the PGA Tour ranking was the highest he would ever attain. After his problems with his personal life kept outshining his wins, he lost major events and basically dwindled down the golf ladder. However, there's still some good news. The Wild Thing won the Inspirity Invitational in 2017 on the Champions Tour after turning 50. Unfortunately, his terrible lifestyle caught up with him in 2020 when he was diagnosed with bladder cancer. He had surgery to remove the mass. However, John continues to play golf and get paid for appearances, hoping to make another comeback now that he's making an effort to live a healthier lifestyle. Meanwhile, John struggled with the ups and downs in his career. Many other aspects of his life attracted major public attention. Most of the time, more than his breathtaking achievements on the golf course, we're talking about his toxic relationship with alcohol, passion for life in the fast lane, through gambling, and most of all, his love life. John's just not that good at choosing a partner. John has dated lots of women in his lifetime. So far, he's married 4, and seems about to put a ring on the 5th.
Hopefully, Daly has finally found the right woman for him. His ability to break barriers and set new records has solidified his legacy as one of golf's true mavericks. John Daly's legacy in golf is not only about the records he broke, but about the passion and determination he brought to the game. He will forever be remembered as a true golfing icon. John Daly, a man who showed the world that with determination, belief in oneself, and a love for the game, anything is possible. If you enjoyed this video, we would really appreciate if you dropped a like and subscribed. If there was something you didn't like, drop a comment telling us so we can improve in the future.